Have you ever looked at a dog and a wolf and thought they're so similar? Or at a whale and a fish and wondered, why do they look alike but are so different? For centuries, humans have tried to make sense of the mind-boggling diversity of life on Earth. How do we organize it all? How do we understand the relationships between millions of species? The answer is a science called taxonomy. And while it might sound complicated, it's actually an incredibly logical and practical system. In this video, we'll explain exactly how animal taxonomy works in an easy and practical way based on solid scientific evidence. Let's dive in. 1. What is taxonomy and why do we need it? Imagine a library with millions of books, but they're all thrown in a giant heap. Finding anything would be a nightmare. Now, imagine that library is the animal kingdom. Taxonomy is the science of shelving those books. It's the formal system for naming, defining, and classifying groups of biological organisms based on shared characteristics. Its goals are to identify and name organisms, organize life into a logical structure, show evolutionary relationships, who is related to whom, and how closely. The father of modern taxonomy is an 18th century Swedish botanist named Carl Linnaeus. He developed the system of binomial nomenclature, that fancy term for a two-part naming system that we still use today. For example, you and I are Homo sapiens. Homo is our genus, and sapiens is our species. This two-part name is the unique scientific ID for every species on the planet, eliminating confusion from common names. 2. The classification hierarchy, the practical system. Linnaeus created a hierarchy of groups, from the very broadest to the most specific. Think of it like a postal address for an animal, going from a large country down to a specific street number. We'll use the domestic dog as our example. Domain, the broadest category. This separates life into 3 fundamental groups: bacteria, archaea, both are microbes, and eukarya, organisms with complex cells containing a nucleus. Animals are in eukarya. Kingdom. Within eukarya, we have several kingdoms, like plantae, fungi, and animalia. Dogs and all other animals belong here. Phylum. This groups animals based on their basic body plan. For instance, the phylum Chordata includes all animals with a spinal cord, or a precursor like a notochord. Dogs have a backbone, so they're in class. This refines the group further. The class Mammalia includes all chordates that have hair, produce milk, and are warm-blooded. Dogs are clearly mammals. Order. Within mammals, we have groups like primates, us, cetacea, whales, and carnivora, mammals with specialized teeth for eating meat. Dogs are carnivorans. Family. This gets even more specific. The family Canidae includes dog-like carnivorans, wolves, foxes, jackals, and of course, domestic dogs. Genus. A group of very closely related species. The genus for dogs is Canis, which also includes wolves and coyotes. Species. The most specific unit. A species is a group of individuals that can interbreed and produce fertile offspring. The domestic dog species is Familiaris. So, the complete taxonomic address for man's best friend is Eukarya, Animalia, Chordata, Mammalia, Carnivoral, Canidae, Canis, Familiaris. 3. The modern revolution, Cladistics and genetics. Linnaeus' system was brilliant, but it was based mostly on what animals looked like, their morphology. But looks can be deceiving. For example, dolphins look like fish, but we now know they are mammals. In the 20th century, a German entomologist named Willy Hennig revolutionized taxonomy with a new method called Cladistics. Cladistics classifies organisms based on their evolutionary history. It focuses on shared, derived characteristics that a group inherits from a common ancestor. The goal is to create a family tree of life, called a cladogram. But the biggest game changer has been genetics. By comparing the DNA sequences of different species, scientists can measure their evolutionary relationship with incredible accuracy. The more similar the DNA, the more closely related they are. This genetic evidence has solved many puzzles. It confirmed that whales evolved from hoofed land mammals. It reshuffled the branches of the bird family tree. It made taxonomy a dynamic, evidence-based science, constantly refining our understanding of life's history. 4. A real-world example, the great white shark. Let's make this practical. What is the taxonomy of the great white shark? Domain, Eukarya, it has complex cells. Kingdom, Animalia, it's an animal. Phylum, Chordata, it has a spinal cord. Class, Chondrichthyes, this is the key. It's the class for cartilaginous fish, fish whose skeletons are made of cartilage, not bone. This separates it from bony fish like tuna. Order, Lamniformes, an order of sharks known as mackerel sharks. Family, Lamnidae. Genus, Carcharodon. Species, Carcharias. Just from this classification, a scientist who has never seen a great white knows it's a cartilaginous fish, not a bony one, and understands its basic place in the evolutionary tree. Conclusion. So, the next time you see an animal, you can appreciate it on a whole new level. Taxonomy isn't just a list of Latin names. It's the story of life on Earth, written in the language of evolution, anatomy, and DNA. It's our practical, ever-improving map to navigate the incredible diversity of the animal kingdom. What animal's taxonomy would you like us to break down next? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey into how science organizes life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Thanks for watching.